Avengers Infinity War is one of the most highly anticipated movies of all time. The 19th offering in the Marvel Cinematic Universe will hit cinema screens around the world in spring of 2018, and we can't wait for it. Millions of people are talking about it, and many of those people are already coming up with theories about the film. This video will discuss just some of those theories. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's the best way to keep up to date with all our great new videos. During the video, a number of the Avengers' famous A logos will randomly appear. Stick around until the end of the video to find out if you counted correctly.
And I'm the man who killed the Avengers.
Maximoff girl, she's working you, Stark.
I was shown. It wasn't a nightmare, it was my legacy. The end of the path I started us on.
Everyone will die. It probably goes without saying that all fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe are expecting there to be some casualties in Avengers Infinity War. God knows that it's about time that happened, because nowhere near enough major characters have been killed off to date. Nobody would be surprised, for example, to see Vision die due to the fact that he's an obvious target of Thanos's, thanks to the Mind Stone being in his head and everything. However, this particular theory suggests we could be in for a huge shock, because Thanos could be set to kill absolutely everybody in the movie. The Avengers, the Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, you name it. They're all gonna die. How do you think audiences would cope with that? Seeing beloved characters wiped out in one fell swoop would be horrendous, but it would definitely be a great way to emphasize just how powerful Thanos is with the Infinity Gauntlet at his disposal. And that leads us rather nicely onto our next theory.
This is time. Endless looped time.
Time manipulation will be involved. Given that we've already seen time manipulation in action in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it should come as no surprise that this theory suggests it'll be a major plot point in Avengers Infinity War. It was, of course, previously used in 2016's Doctor Strange, when the titular sorcerer trapped Dormammu in a time loop.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
In Avengers Infinity War, it's theorized that it could be used for a number of reasons, including traveling back in time to before all the heroes die, if indeed they do, like we discussed in the previous entry. That would show said heroes being brought back to life and better preparing for the coming of Thanos. Thanos himself could also use time manipulation to torment the heroes in various ways. He can make them relive awful moments from their past, age them very quickly, or dump them in prehistoric times, for example. Some set footage shows Tony Stark wearing the same t-shirt he was wearing in 2012's Avengers movie. That's added credence to this theory, and it'll be very interesting to see if it ends up being true.
That little witch is messing with your mind. You're stronger than her, you're smarter than her, you're Bruce Banner. Right, don't mention puny Banner.
Thanos will control the Hulk. The Avengers Infinity War trailer showed the Hulk fighting alongside the likes of Captain America, Black Panther, and Black Widow in Wakanda. But the fact that he didn't end up on the windshield of the Guardians of the Galaxy ship, and the fact that he appears to be separated from Bruce Banner, would suggest that Thanos has tampered with him in some way. This theory suggests that when Thanos came upon the spaceship at the end of Thor Ragnarok, he beat Thor to a pulp, then had his way with the Hulk. In the sense that he separated him from Banner, instilled a trigger in the now totally feral green guy, and sent them on their merry way to Earth. With Hulk in amongst his supposed allies, Thanos could then trigger the beast to turn on them at any moment.
Yes. This isn't you! Thanos is using the Mind Stone!
Causing disarray amongst the ranks of the people trying to defend the planet he's assaulting. It certainly makes sense.
Same suit, but painted red, white, and blue. Look at that. And they also renamed him Iron Patriot.
It tested well with focus groups, all right?
I am Iron Patriot.
Listen, War Machine was a little too aggressive, all right? This sends a better message.
Character name changes. There will be some serious character development when it comes to a number of MCU heroes in Avengers Infinity War. From minor changes like Black Widow's new haircut and Captain America's new suit, to Groot's growth spurt and Spider-Man's coming of age.
I am Groot. I am not boring, you're boring.
And those changes, according to this theory, involve a number of characters being known by different names. It's predicted that Steve Rogers will actually now be known as Nomad, having left his shield behind at the end of Captain America: Civil War. That theory is backed up by his aforementioned costume change. In turn, this could mean that another character takes on the Captain America name, with the most likely candidates being Bucky Barnes and Sam Wilson. But there's also a potential name change on the way for Hawkeye. In some recent recent set photos from Avengers 4, Jeremy Renner was seen wearing an outfit reminiscent of his Ronin costume from the comics. Could it be that Avengers Infinity War sees the beginning in a change in identity for Clint Barton? If all that turns out to be true, it'll be interesting to see who else might undergo a name change in the movie.
They cut you open, your heart stopped.
Tetrodotoxin B slows the pulse to 1 beat a minute. Banner developed it for stress.
Dead characters will be resurrected. A long-running theory about Avengers Infinity War suggests that an abundance, or at least a handful of characters who previously died in the MCU will be brought back to life for a variety of purposes. The Soul Stone gives its wielder control over the dead, and the combined power of all 6 stones grants the wielder complete control over reality. So, anything is possible. Thanos could bring any dead characters back to life if he wanted to. He could bring the Ancient One, Quicksilver, or Yondu back to life. Moreover, he could create an army of supervillains that the Avengers thought they had defeated. Characters like Obadiah Stane, Curse, Ronin, Crossbones, and Ego, for instance. That would certainly shock the heroes. Red Skull could also return, but he might not actually be dead. The comics have a precedent for this kind of thing. The Infinity Gauntlet comic book arc saw Thanos turning Nebula into a mindless living corpse, while all the deceased heroes were later resurrected by Nebula when she took the gauntlet from the villain.
He who put the scepter in your hand, who gave you ancient knowledge and new purpose when you were cast out, defeated.
I was a king.
Loki will sit at Thanos' side. In addition to the loyal and incredibly intimidating Black Order who are confirmed for the movie, there is every chance that Thanos will have more accomplices in Avengers Infinity War. This theory suggests that one of them will be Loki. Thor's adoptive brother has, of course, already worked for Thanos when he failed to conquer the Earth for the Mad Titan in 2012's Avengers movie, and he may be looking to make amends for his previous failings in the next Avengers film. At the end of 2017's Thor Ragnarok, Loki had to enter Odin's trophy room in order to use the Eternal Flame to trigger Ragnarok himself, and he looked very yearningly at the Tesseract when he was in there. He was also seen handing the Tesseract over to Thanos in the Infinity War trailer, all of which leads many people to believe he's on Thanos' side in the movie.
It's too late. It's too late to stop it.
No, we can, together.
Loki's alignment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe goes back and forth like a pendulum. There's every chance he'll revert to being villainous yet again in the 3rd Avengers installment.
And on the side of the shield is painted one word.
Stark. We wait for 2 days for Tony Stark to kill us.
Scarlet Witch will be a villain. This theory suggests that we should be keeping a very close eye on Wanda Maximoff in Avengers Infinity War, as she could be revealed to be a villain in the movie. She does have a lot to be angry about, given that her parents were killed and her brother died in battle fighting for the Avengers. And the theory suggests that she may have been responsible for the creation of Ultron, and she may have damaged the building in Lagos on purpose in an attempt to split the Avengers.
Wanda, I think you hurt Vision's feelings.
You locked me in my room.
Okay, first, that's an exaggeration. Second, I did it to protect you.
However, even if that doesn't turn out to be true, her powers were granted due to experiments carried out on her using an Infinity Stone. That could grant Thanos control over her when he has possession of them all. As a result, he may use her as a pawn for his cause. In the comic books, Wanda's alignment has regularly fluttered between good and evil, so there is a precedent for her becoming a villain. It would be a devastating blow for the Avengers and their allies in Avengers Infinity War. She's already one of their biggest guns, and her true potential hasn't even come close to being unleashed yet in the MCU.
We are the Avengers.
We're not the regular team. We're like AllNew, AllDifferent, or
nothing. That's it. All new, all different Avengers.
New characters will save the day. It's been said that there could be close to 70 major characters in Avengers Infinity War, with some individual scenes having around 30 on show at any time. It's also been said that there will be a few big surprises in the movie. With that in mind, this theory suggests that it could be an influx of new heroic characters who turn up to save the day in the fight against Thanos and his allies. There is, of course, the possibility of someone like Captain Marvel making an appearance in the movie before her solo outing in 2019, in spite of the fact that Marvel Studios denied it. But who else could make an appearance? Well, there are plenty to choose from. Sentry, Hercules, Quasar, Nova, Blue Marvel, and She-Hulk are all big hitters in the comics. Fans would go wild to see the likes of those guys coming to the aid of the existing MCU characters. And it would be awesome to see any characters who are currently tied to Fox appearing in the MCU.
So Fury sent you too?
Yeah, he thought I could smell the difference between current gen LMDs and you.
Although the likes of the Fantastic Four, the Silver Surfer, and Wolverine are all merely pipe dreams at the moment.
But never say never.
And that's the end of our video. Did you enjoy it? Do you have any theories about Avengers Infinity War? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more great videos like this one. And the number of Avengers logos that appeared during the video was... We hope you had fun counting. Bye for now.